If I ever took a loss, I learned a lesson. I won't ever think I'm better than the next man. I've been down before to come up, I ain't stressing. Baby, I'm too busy counting all these blessings. Count it up, count it up, count it up. Line 'em up, line 'em up, line 'em up. Swear the sun shining on me, get my heart up, no matter that trouble surrounding us. They don't see that it's a lot of us. Everybody move anonymous. Take that credit, I know what we get it. Them blessings be coming from God above. Blessings. I was doing all kind of bad. What a quiet. Tell him I need a verse. Hit the pew and tell God he is first. Hit the studio, the body of verse. I remember pushing mama little white Hyundai with no gas money. I just bought a car, cash money. I ain't even trying to brag on it. I just tell it how it really is. I ain't tripping, they ain't feeling this. I ain't saying I deserve nothing. I'm just trying to talk about the benefits. I've been punching in the clock, trying to keep the kitchen stocked. Man, it's a blessing cause we ain't never had a lot. But all we need is all we got. Whew. If I ever took a loss, I learned a lesson. I won't ever think I'm better than the next man. I've been down before to come up, I ain't stressing. Baby, I'm too busy counting all these blessings. Count it up, count it up, count it up, work.
What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing today? Give me 1 second. We're going to go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and stop this screen share. Perfect. There we go. How you guys doing today? My name is Je'von Hutchison, and I am happy to be able to be the one to present this information to you guys here today. I want to welcome you to this presentation. What we're going to talk about is the new rules of money, how we can buy back the block, how we can put ourselves, our family members, and those we're connected to in a better position financially, right? And it all starts with this statement that you see here on your screen right now. What will you become, right? That statement is powerful, and it asks you the question yourself, what will you become, right? How would you feel if you had total control over every aspect of your life? You know, when we take a look at that and you really internalize that question, total control over every aspect of your life truly starts with learning and understanding money, right? There's been a lot of conversation around Forex, digital currency, and I Am Mastery Academy. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about here today. We're going to talk about how you can take part in a $6.6 trillion per day industry, right? This is an industry that's continuing to grow anywhere. It started at $5.3 million just last year, 6.6 and growing towards and past $7 trillion traded in these markets every single day. And I want to ask you a question. If somebody was going to give you the access code to a bank account that replenished with trillions of dollars each and every day, wouldn't you want to know that code, right? So here's what I want you guys to understand, that everything we're about to talk about is already happening. And here's what I know, right? If you're not saving, if you're not investing, you have a 0% chance in obtaining wealth. So again, how would you feel if you had total control over every aspect of your life? That starts with understanding the world of finances. And that's really the place that most people do not pay attention to, right? What are most people doing with their money? They're spending it, right? Most people are spending their money and they don't have their money working back for them. So if you had a way or a skill that you can learn to have your money working for you, wouldn't you want to know about it? Well, that all starts right here with this global organization that we've created. This been in production for over 3 years now. Retired in 365, right? Retired in 365 was the brainchild of one of my very good friends, business partners, and mentors, Mr. Paris Simmons. Him and a few friends, Mr. Charles Dyson, Mr. King Eze, and their family members and some other friends came together and said, we're going to help people retire within 365 days or less if they choose, right? And the way that we're going to do it is by learning a skill set that nobody can take away from them, right? Because again, if you're not saving or investing, you have a 0% chance in obtaining wealth. So what they did is they created this global organization, and for the last 3 years, it's been consistently retiring people from their jobs in 365 days or less, right? How are they doing this? Through financial literacy, investment strategies, and overall wealth creation, right? What we're going to talk about today is right now, the 4 ways that people make money, right? There's only 4 ways that people make money. You have 60% of people in the world who are working for somebody else. And that's definitely not to bash jobs, because jobs are definitely an important part of society. But at the same time, if you're only working a job, what happens is that's your only source of income, then people in today's society are truly realizing it's very, very dangerous to only have that job, because most people are 1 to 2 checks away from financial collapse, as is evident in today's current economy, in today's current the way things are set up, right? And then you have another 35% of people who say, I'm going to go work for myself, right? Your barbers, your technicians, your beauticians, so on and so forth. But even the people that work for themselves, what they realize is that if there's no money coming in, if there's no work for them to do, they're not getting paid, right? In both of these quadrants, you have 95% of people in the world who are only controlling 5% of the entire market share of money available, right? 95% of people are only controlling 5% of all money available. So what Robert Kiyosaki talked about in his book is how you get to the right side of money and the importance of getting to the right side of money, where 5% of people in the world are controlling 95% of all money available, right? If you want to control the top percent of all money available, go ahead, drop some ones in the chat. I know you guys are paying attention. There we go. I see the ones coming in. Perfect, perfect. So how do you get in this top 5%? Well, 4% of people are business owners, right? They have systems, they have other people, or generally people in that 60% working for them, right? The people that are exchanging their time for money so they can be over here because they had an idea. They had something that they put into place, and now other people are living out their dreams and making it come true, right? And then you have the 1%, the investor mindset, the person that has, or the people that have money working for them consistently, right? And they're no longer working for that money that's coming in. So what we're going to do and talk about today is how you can become part of not only that top 1%, but part of the top 5% of people in the world who have 95% of all money available, okay? And that all starts with taking advantage of the largest financial market in the world. And ask yourself that question. If you had that chance, if you had that opportunity to take advantage of this market, would you take it, right? Have you ever heard of the exchange markets? Now, you may have heard about it. You may have heard of things like Forex and things like that, right? And you just hear it. It's like a buzzword at this point, right? But what actually is that? So if you've ever heard of the exchange markets, I want you to guess how many zeros are in a trillion, right? For those that don't know, we're talking about 12 zeros are in a trillion. I want you to imagine, again, a $5.3 trillion per day market, one that has grown now to $6.6 trillion as of last year. As you see the date right there, September 16th, 2019, and is still continuing to grow. We're talking about a market, a global currency market that is traded, that is owned, that is run by the banks. That is who else is involved in it? You have the banks, you have retail traders, you have governments, you have so many people that are involved in this particular space. But up until a few years ago, if you didn't have a net worth of $3 million, if you didn't have $100,000 to start a trade account, you were not eligible to even participate in this particular market, right? So we're talking about, again, ladies and gentlemen, the foreign exchange market. We're talking about a market that is open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, all around the world. You can actually exchange in this market without owning any physical money. And there's another market growing towards that $1 trillion stage, right? Setting the future stage for how everybody's going to handle money everywhere, right? And then this becoming global forms of payment for everyday purchases everywhere. And we're talking about the digital currency, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about the Bitcoins, Litecoins, Ripple, and Ethereums of the world. Again, something that you have access to and you can control right from the comfort of your own home. So ladies and gentlemen, if you have a cell phone, a tablet, or a computer, I want you to listen close because you qualify to participate in this particular space. So I know we're talking about a lot of numbers, we're talking about a lot of money, but what does that mean for you and how can you actually capitalize on what it is that we're talking about, right? It all starts right here with I'm educated. What we do is we make learning simplified. We teach you how to master the markets and truly know and understand how to build real wealth and freedom, all from the comfort of your own home in your own time, right? It all starts with our Foreign Exchange Mastery Academy. It starts with our High Frequency Mastery Academy. So if you're interested in binary options, time-based trading, Digital Currency Mastery Academy, again, the Bitcoins, Ripples of the world. Or you also have an option for a home-based business mastery academy, where we teach you how you can run a successful home-based business for very little cost, right? So it all starts with our Hello Center. You can choose from several different products and academies that's going to help you and assist you with your trading, right? Most people don't know how to get started in the world of investing, in the world of trading, but we make it simple. We put all of these academies here in one place. So if you've ever taken like an online class, you actually have access to this. You can get started and you can really go through this. And most people say, well, how long is this going to take? Well, if you have an hour a day, 5 days a week, and you have enough time to actually complete these academies, just going through the 1 and the 200 series, the videos run anywhere from about 5 to 10 minutes. And the amazing thing is you can get through both of those in just about 2 hours, right? So the equivalent of you watching a Netflix or Hulu series, or if maybe you're sitting at home watching the news all day, maybe you're sitting at home listening to the radio or doing one of those other things, the amount of time that you're spending over there, you can truly be investing in yourself, your education, and how you can increase your finances, right? Again, it all starts right here in the academy. You click enroll on Forex. And again, maybe you've never heard about these markets. I want to let you know you've already been participating in them in some way, shape, or form, because if you have a bank account, your bank actually trades your money in these markets, right? If you've ever been outside the country, what you've done is you actually you probably had to exchange your currency for another country's currency. And that was a participation in these exchange markets. But we're going to teach you how to do this from the comfort of your home while you're on the go, again, from your cell phone, tablet, or computer. So you get started, you click enroll, you get access to our 100 series. It's going to give you your general education. It's going to tell you, again, what are the markets, how do they work, who participates. Then you're going to go further into your education on how to actually participate, how to actually use this with my cell phone, how to actually take advantage and pull money out of these particular markets. And then you're going to get access to our Go Live platform, right? Where you have access to over 100 full-time educators. Now, why is this important? Well, these full-time educators are sharing their styles, their strategies, and their techniques when it comes to trading, and literally showing you exactly what it is that they've done to be consistently profitable in these markets and in the digital currency space, and again, foreign exchange, right? They're going to show you literally what they've done step by step, and then you're allowed to take that information and you can apply that, what you learned in the academy, and now you have the potential to be in profit, right? What I love is that this is designed around your busy schedule. So you're going to pick a channel, like I said, you select Forex, you select one of the educators that you're going to follow. And this is just an example, but as you can see, there is a very wide range of times available. There are over 100 different educators on this platform, like I mentioned. So these are just a few of the 300 level educators you see on the screen. And again, designed around your time. Doesn't matter what it is you do, doesn't matter what it is you have going on. You have 100% control over when you plug into these educators, and every single session is recorded, right? So not only are they doing live analysis, and you can really copy and paste, just really copy what they're doing, and again, be able to be in profit, but you can go back and review, go back and study, and go back and make sure that you actually learn what it is that's happening when you have the time, right? And then you also get to choose your own weapon. So you get to discover easy to follow strategies and powerful tools that are going to simplify trading. Now, how do they simplify trading? Well, you have tools like the harmonic scanner, for example, which are basically going to read an overview of the market and predict what the highest probability about what the market's going to do next. And based off of that, and based off of what you learned in the academy, and based off of the information that you've gotten from those live sessions, you can decide, hey, is this a good trade? When do I get in? When do I get out? It tells you all of that right here. The entry, what your risk management should be, also known as your stop loss, and it also tells you where to take profit, right? Now, that's just one of our amazing strategies, but you have so many, as you can see right here, and then you also have learn and earn on the go. Now, what is that? That's swipe trades, gold cup, swipe coin. The amazing thing I love about these particular things is while the other strategies that we talked about, again, are basically like your personal assistant and are scanning the market on your behalf, these right here actually have master traders, master educators right behind the scenes that are going to allow you to be in profit from wherever it is you are in the world. Again, as a professional athlete, as I'm traveling, obviously before everything that was going on right now, I had the potential to take a look at my phone, get a notification similar to a text message to my device, and all I had to do was copy and paste that information into my trading platform. So I had an opportunity to be in profit while I was on the go, right? So if you know how to copy and paste, and ladies and gentlemen, then again, you can have the potential to be in profit, and you can win with exactly what it is we're talking about, even while you're learning. Because I think that's the biggest thing that most people are afraid of, right? I don't have time. How can I actually make money? How can I actually be profitable with what's going on? Well, again, if you have the opportunity to set aside an hour a day, 5 days a week in the beginning while you're learning, just to understand the concepts, right? If you have the ability to copy and paste some information from one app to another, rather than spending that time on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and all the other Instagrams and social medias of the world, then really diverting that little bit of time, you now have the potential to earn money directly from your cell phone, right? And the amazing thing I love about this, right? Think about all the companies in the world, right? You have the Netflix of the world, the Hulus of the world, the Ubers of the world, the Googles of the world. All of those things have one thing in common, is that they're all online, right? They all operate 100% without owning any type of products. They don't own any inventory. But the amazing thing about it is they found a way to be profitable right from the cell phone, right from the internet. And you have that same ability, right? Don't look at the celebrities, don't look at the top companies in the world, and realize that you have that same opportunity. Don't think that you don't. You have it right here in front of you, right? And then we have Pip Talk. This is going to allow you to subscribe to the educators and the strategy channels to, again, receive notifications when your favorite educator is posting, right? When your favorite educator maybe updated a trade. Again, so you have the potential to be in profit while you're on the go. It's just a notification directly to your phone. So we have so many success stories with this company from all over the world. We have Miss Monica Tapia says that I'm powerful from Mexico, right? Mr. Gary McSween says that I'm wealthy from Trinidad. Worth more than money has taught me how to create and build real wealth and allowed me to spend more time with my family. And Michael from the United States says that my ability and my life and my ability to make a huge difference in this world is forever changed, all because of this academy, right? So what most people have the question after we went over all of that is, how do I get started, right? And I want to go over and reiterate that it doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter what information you had prior to hearing this information, that anybody can truly succeed with exactly what it is we just talked about, simply by having the ability and the understanding that if you can learn, you can win, right? This isn't something that requires years of education. This isn't something that you come into and you need to be an expert at numbers. You need to be an expert at whatever it is, right? You just need to come in, be teachable, be coachable, and you have the opportunity to truly connect to a community of people that are really looking to uplift and elevate you to that next level, right? And it all starts right here. So we have our Foreign Exchange Academy and our High Frequency Academy are going to be at that same price point to get started. It's going to be $234.95 with a monthly tuition of $174.95. Now, why do I love this, right? Well, again, like I told you before, just a few years ago, you needed a net worth of $3 million. You needed a bank account of $100,000. Now you can start a trade account with as little as $10, depending on the broker it is that you go with, right? And for that price that you see on the screen right there, you now have access to people who have made 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 figures in these markets that are going to literally guide you along the way, right? Not only are they giving you their strategies and teaching you what they're doing, you get access to some tools that are going to allow you to be profitable, and all you have to do is plug in, right? But I personally love the elite package as well. It's going to be $324.95. You actually get access to all 3 packages, right? The Foreign Exchange Academy, the High Frequency Academy, time-based trading, and also Digital Currency Academy. So if you love Bitcoin, right? Those are amazing things that you all get for that extra $90. And then it's going to be $274.95. And just to put that in perspective, that's not even $50 a day in these markets, right? That's not even $50. And when you really look at it, I don't know about you, but if you can afford free, you have 2 people, 2 friends, 2 family members, 2 like-minded individuals that see value in making money from their phone, that see value in learning a skill set that's going to truly set them apart from the norm, right? I know, and I looked at myself and I said, I'm not like everybody else, right? I'm not the normal person. I'm not the person that wants to go work for the man, quote unquote. And obviously with everything going on in the world today, a lot of things are not secure. A lot of things are not really in the place to be able to, like our parents did, go to work for 40, 50 years and retire and have that, right? And I've never seen that from my life, even before it was this way. So if you're a person and you have people that don't see that, that really see the vision and that want to put themselves in position to win, and you share that with 2 people that truly see value and want to elevate their lives to the next level, then your tuition is free, right? And your access to everything that it is that we just talked about is now waived, right? I went to college. I went to an amazing school. Shout out to Hampton University. But I've also seen a lot of my friends, a lot of my family members from that particular university elevate themselves, not only within this company, but just in the space of financial freedom and financial literacy, right? But I also have some friends that have $50,000, $100,000, $150,000 worth of student loan debt. And I'm blessed that I did not fall into that trap, fall into that position, because I was able to acquire a scholarship from school. But the thing is that the people that have that debt, a lot of them don't even have jobs in the field that they went to school for, right? They're working in jobs, they're working in spaces that don't even pay them enough to pay those things off, to take care of them, their family members, and put them in position for that next step in life. So when you talk about learning a skill around money, right? The thing that the schools should have taught us, right? I feel like 90 days, 6 months, a year, to be able to put myself in a position financially that's going to set me up for the rest of my life, where something that took me some people 5 and 6 years to complete didn't do it. I feel like that's worth the investment, right? So then we have another side of this particular opportunity where you can become an independent business owner. This is 100% optional, but I tell everybody, look, we just talked about the top 5% of people in the world, and 4% of those people were business owners, right? So if you share this with a third person, again, optional, but if you share this with a third person that sees value, that also wants to elevate with you, then you have an opportunity to make $150 every single month, $37.50 every single week, right? Now, I don't know about you, but if I see $100 laying on the floor outside, I'm picking it up. I don't care how rich I am, right? And that's the thing about this. $150 per month is not going to be residual. And I don't know about you, but there's a lot of residual bills that come through every single month. The lights, car, clothes, right? I say clothes because I got to have clothes, right? But lights, car, television, Netflix, Hulu, like whatever it is that you spend money on, your car, right? Gas. Those are things that are going to come and go no matter what's going on in your life. So you got to understand that $150 residually is money, right? But the thing is, if your organization accumulates to 12 people, right? If you're an ambitious person, if you see value in, again, helping others out, you're now getting $600 per month. You know, one of my mentors call this a smart customer, right? A smart customer that already shared something that they were using, that they were already having success with, or that they were learning about. And I think about it like this: when I went to see the movie Black Panther, nobody cut me a check, and I definitely shared that movie hundreds of times, right? I went to see it 4 times in a row, and not only did I go see it multiple times, and did I share it with other friends, I told my family about it, right? And they never not once sent me a check, right? All I did was refer to other people what I was already doing, what I already seen value in, right? So you now taking that same mentality, referring to somebody what you see value in, referring to somebody that they can make money from their cell phone, right? That they can get started with something, take themselves to the next level, right? And no matter what nobody says, nobody now controls their time. Nobody controls when they go to the bathroom, when they eat lunch. You now sharing that opportunity with them, you now have an opportunity to make $600 per month. Now let's put that in perspective, right? Let's say you're making, let's say low end, $50 to $100 in the markets a day, right? But you're also making $150 per week residual, possibly $250 per week residual at Platinum 1000, right? What does that begin to do for you, your family, and those that you're close to, right? You have an extra $1,000 coming in on the residual side. You have an extra $500 to $1,000 coming in on the trading side. And this is while you're still learning the skill set, while you're still getting comfortable in this space. What does that begin to do for you, right? The things that you're buying, the things that you're purchasing, the way that you look at a menu, right? The way that you buy your groceries, right? A lot of things start to change when you have a little extra money coming in every month. And I want you guys to understand that this company has a super aggressive goal this year. And what we're going to do is we're going to educate and enrich 1 million customers. And I want you guys to know we're also going to have 1,000 chairmen within this company in the year 2020. Now, what is a chairman? Well, that's going to be our first 6-figure rank, right? Chairman 10, you're now making an additional $10,000 every month, $2,500 every single week, right? That means you've impacted the lives of over 500 people around the world, right? Again, I said this is a global organization. We have so many chairman 10 just inside of this movement right now. We have educators that are on the platform. We have educators, people that are seeing results all around the world, and you can be one of those people, right? Our personal team has a mission of having 50 chairman traders, right? We're already close and on the way, and it's gonna get done by December. And you just have to ask yourself and raise your hand and say, I wanna be one of those 50 chairman traders. I wanna be one of those people that's bringing home an additional $10,000 per month, an additional $10,000 in my trade account, which is $20,000 per month from an opportunity, from something that you have an opportunity to learn with. And the amazing thing, again, that I love about what we're talking about, nobody controls your money. Nobody touches your money, right? Your money is 100% yours. But this is a dual threat opportunity, and that you can get started with and truly learn a skill set. And you can build a business if you want. You can learn the skill set if you want. You can trade and make money, or you can just do both, right? It's 100% up to you. So I want you guys to ask yourself, do I see value in making money from my cell phone? Do I see value in learning a skill around making money work for me, right? Do I see value in empowering the people around me and putting them in a position financially where they're able to change their lives for the rest of their life, right? If you see value, if everything that we talked about is starting to resonate with you, I urge you to get back with the person that invited you to this live, get back with the person that invited you to this call, and say, number one, thank you. Thank you for sharing this information, right? Whether or not you decide to get started, whether or not you decide it's your time to move to the right side of money, whether or not you think it's a good idea to make money from your cell phone, just say thank you that somebody thought enough of you to share this information. So I see you guys at the top because the bottom is definitely too crowded. You guys be safe out there and have a great evening.